You guys know the song that I end every stream with? You could say it in chat if you know it. You guys should know the song. I mean, it's an important song. It's a song that I end every stream with, and it's probably one of the most beautiful in-game songs I ever heard. Some good old Talador. This beautiful song. But I actually don't know the lore of Talador. I don't know what Talador is. I know it's a zone, it's a place in Warlords of Draenor, but I actually don't know anything about it. And I kind of want to know. So the fall of Talador, lore of Terokkar Forest. I want to find out more about this beautiful place with this beautiful music. And I think this video is going to tell us a little bit more about Talador and how great it is and what a wonderful place it is and the beauty that is this song. So let's check this video out and see what Talador is really all about.
To a journey through the ages, where the realms of beauty and darkness collide. Today, we embark on a quest to uncover the mesmerizing transformation of Talador, a land once adorned with majestic Olumba trees, into the haunting Terokkar forest. Prepare to be captivated as we delve into the depths of this epic tale where lost kingdoms and shattered dreams intertwine. In the heart of Talador stood Auchindoun, a sacred mausoleum where the Draenei souls prepared for their journey into the afterlife. It was a sanctuary, a place of reverence and tranquility, and the final resting place for many of their revered brethren. And at the crossroads of this wondrous land lay the bustling city of Turim, a hub for travelers venturing from Shatroth to Karabor. But darkness loomed on the horizon, the rampaging orcish horde, tainted by the vile blood of Manaroth, swept across Draenor, and Talador became the Draenei's last bastion against the onslaught.
Oh, Talador was their last bastion.
Repelling the horde's initial advances. But the tides turned when the orcs unleashed their demonic fury, corrupting the land with fell magic.
Damn.
The once vibrant trees of Talador withered into a pale, haunting green, casting an eerie pall over the once majestic woodland.
Shit, that's sad.
The siege of Shatroth, a cataclysmic event, left the city in ruins, and the scattered Draenei were presumed extinct by the orcs and their masters, the Burning Legion. In the wake of the orcish horde's departure for Azeroth, the Iroquois outcasts seized control of all of Talador, renaming the region Terokkar, in honor of their fallen king.
Group is posted.
But tragedy struck once again. The orcs, now occupying Auchindoun, performed a ritual that unleashed devastation upon the sacred site and its surroundings. The once hallowed grounds transformed into the desolate bone wastes, a haunting reminder of the ruinous forces that had ravaged this once glorious land. It all began shortly after the crash of the Genedar, when Exarch Othar took charge and founded the Shatari Order. Their mission? To study the remains of the deceased Naru Dor. As the Draenei diligently worked, a remarkable discovery was made by Shatari Maladar. It turned out the Dor's remains were attracting the souls of the fallen Draenei from the crash. Even more astonishing, these souls could communicate with their living brethren once they arrived at the Naru. Recognizing the significance of this revelation, Velen, the wise leader of the Draenei, ordered Maladar and the other Shatari to relocate Dor to a secluded place. And so, they found the perfect spot on the outskirts of Terokkar Forest, far away from the bustling civilizations of Draenor. There, they constructed an immense mausoleum to house the Naru, and soon enough, the spirits of the Draenei followed suit.
Okay.
This sacred resting place became known as the Crypt of Remembrance, the very first tomb that would eventually give birth to the entirety of Auchindoun. Maladar, for his invaluable contributions, was honored as the fifth member of the Council of Exarchs and entrusted with the creation of the Akani Order. Their purpose? To communicate with and safeguard the souls of the departed Draenei. But the story doesn't end there. After the devastating fall of Shatroth City, many brave Vindicators, priests, and Rengari sought refuge within the protective walls of Auchindoun. Led by Exarch Maladar, they organized the military defenses and valiantly defended their sanctuary against the relentless onslaught of Terrangor and the Shadow Council. In this desperate struggle, the departed spirits of Auchindoun lent their ethereal aid, striking down numerous agents of the Shadow Council. However, Terrangor, driven by his insidious ambitions, sought out the warlocks who possessed immense power.
Okay.
Together, they attempted to summon
Gul'dan's a bitch.
Formidable demon into Draenor, but fate had other plans. Instead of the intended demon, a mysterious and otherworldly elemental creature known as Murmur was pulled from the distant corner of the universe. The sheer force of its arrival caused a cataclysmic shockwave,
You get a
tearing the very
currency, some
earth asunder.
transmog, some gear if you're
Tragically,
low eye level.
many Draenei lost their lives, and Auchindoun itself was torn apart, unleashing devastating waves of destructive energy and leveled the surrounding forest.
That's why that whole area is
Yet amidst
destroyed?
the chaos, Maladar and a small group of resilient Draenei managed to shield themselves from the cataclysmic blast. Though they survived, their numbers were greatly diminished, leaving them vulnerable to the overwhelming might of the Shadow Council. Terengor and his warlocks seized the opportunity, subduing the Draenei and binding them in chains. To make matters worse, Murmur was also contained deep within the
Sam,
shattered
do I ever
remains
crave
of
other games?
Auchindoun.
Sometimes, but
And when
not really. I'm a one-trick pony.
players encounter Auchindoun in Burning Crusade, it is now in turmoil as different factions vie for power in this magical spot. Ethereal suck the arcane energy from the Mana Tombs. The Burning Legion harvests souls inside the Akani crypts.
Damn.
Iroquois zealots work dark magic in the Sethek Halls,
I
and the
remember
Shadow
this,
Council
Sethek
plots
Halls,
its
I remember.
domination of Outland from within the Shadow Labyrinth. Imprisoned within the depths of the Shadow Labyrinth by the Shadow Council is Murmur, a powerful elemental similar to Ragnaros and Thunderan. And
That's right. This is the end of the dungeon. Isn't this? What, is this the end of Sethek Halls? I forgot when we fight this guy. I forgot that we even fight him. Yeah, we do.
who brought about the devastation of Auchindoun.
We fight
He is the
this back
primordial
in Burning
essence of
Crusade.
sound and constantly seeks to break free of his jailers and wreak havoc upon Outland. The Shadow Council has devoted much of their forces to controlling Murmur and harnessing his power for the Burning Legion. Prepare yourselves, brave adventurers, for the shadows of Auchindoun hold both danger and opportunity. Enter its forsaken chambers, but tread with caution, for the echoes of suffering and the spirits of the past are woven into its very essence.
That's intense.
Unravel the enigmas that lie within and uncover the truths hidden in the heart of this besieged city. In the mystical realm of the Mana Tombs, a land inhabited by a majority of ethereal beings who stand united against the powerful Consortium, a tale
right,
of
there's a bunch
intrigue
of
and forbidden
ethereals in this
entry
dungeon.
unfolds. The ethereal members of the Consortium find themselves barred from entering the Mana Tombs, thanks to the formidable anti-ethereal wards meticulously crafted by the enigmatic Nexus Prince Schaffer. Despite their relentless efforts to breach the gates, the
time
ethereal
rift's
Consortium
starting.
has met with little success, often resulting in the unfortunate and inexplicable combustion of their brave testers, who dared to venture through the gate. The Consortium claims that the ethereal inhabitants of the Mana Tombs are cunning thieves, pilfering their treasures with impunity. If one desires to engage in business with the Consortium, they must prove their loyalty by aiding in the elimination of this ethereal competition. The Akani Crypts. Deep within the forsaken depths of Auchindoun, the cult unleashed a cataclysmic event, releasing a malevolent force of unimaginable power from its arcane captivity. The very fabric of the city was torn asunder, reduced to a
The
haunting landscape
Aconite
of
Crypts.
bones
I
and
don't.
decay.
Why do I remember this place?
It is a place that beckons to intrepid adventurers, and they must heed the solemn warning of the Akani, the original guardians of Auchindoun. Those who do not show reverence to the departed risk entombment alongside them. Within these haunted halls, unspeakable experiments were conducted, driven by a relentless pursuit of knowledge in the forbidden realm of necromancy. Countless spirits were subjected to unimaginable
necromancy,
torment
that's
or
good.
obliterated, their ethereal essence forever scarred within Auchindoun's cursed confines. Before the arrival of Maladar, a revered exarch, another leader once guided the crypts.
I tried to find out who led the Crypts before the Maladar, but couldn't find any specific name. Unfinished
Told
lore.
secrets
what
and
Blizzard
mysteries
does.
waiting to be unraveled. Whispered
Man, so this massive, beautiful
guided the
thing
crypts.
eventually
Crypts hold
became
secrets.
this. Okay. I do remember this from Burning Crusade.
And mysteries waiting to be unraveled.
Yeah.
Whispering tales of forgotten heroes and lost legacies. Venturing into the Sethek Halls, a harrowing wing of the Auchindoun
I didn't realize there was this much
one
lore behind
encounters
Sethek
renegade
Halls.
Iroquois, led by the deranged Talon King Ickis.
Bob Ross has more energy than this dude. Yeah, his
The
voice
sinister figure
can
holds
put you
not
to
only the
sleep. I
fate
kind
of
of agree
Sethek
with that.
Halls, but also possesses the elusive Shadow Labyrinth key, a crucial artifact granting access to even greater secrets. Having broken away from Skedus under the guidance of Ickis and Darkweaver Sith, the Sethek believed themselves to be the true servants of the mysterious master who holds sway over all Iroquois. The cataclysmic destruction of Auchindoun served as a twisted omen.
They were probably
compelling
serving
Ickis
the
and his
void without
followers
even
to
knowing
seek
it.
their master's return amidst the ruins of this once sacred temple. Deep within the depths of Auchindoun, the nefarious cult unleashed a cataclysmic force, shattering the decaying city into fragments of bone and ruin. Its malevolent powers
I'll be
born
honest,
from
I
the
can't
very
even follow what
essence
he's
of arcane
saying.
captivity. The
Kind of
force defied mortal
I'm
comprehension.
trying.
Now, the remnants of Auchindoun stand as a haunting testament to the consequences of tampering with forces beyond mortal reckoning.
Basically, you got Sethek Halls. You got this fucking big elemental guy that they tried to, harness his power, and he ends up exploding and destroying everything around him. Hence the fall of that entire little city there. Why it's all in
Dare you
ruins.
venture into this forsaken realm?
But what this has to do with
The
Talador,
word
I have
of
no
caution
idea.
echoes
It's
through
just
the
that it's in
ages,
Talador.
carried on the ethereal whispers of the original guardians, the Akani. Heed their warning, for those who fail to respect the sanctity of the dead may find themselves forever entwined within their tomb-like embrace. As you tread upon the bone-littered remnants of Auchindoun, let your senses be filled with both trepidation and awe. The air is heavy with the weight of forgotten histories and ancient secrets, waiting to be unraveled by intrepid adventurers such as yourself.
Yes, us.
Amidst
That's
the
us.
desolate echoes, you may catch glimpses of the shadows that once held sway, casting a pall over the now abandoned corridors. Prepare to step into the unknown, where the line
We're gonna
between
get a
life and death
conclusion
grows
here at the
thin.
end. Maybe he wraps it
Explore
up,
the mysteries that lie within these broken
almost
walls,
done.
where peril and revelation intertwine.
because I'm still
Will you
confused as
emerge
to what the fuck is
unscathed,
happening.
or will the secrets of Auchindoun claim you as their own? Embrace the thrill of discovery, for within the fallen remains of Auchindoun, a tale of ancient power and tragic descent awaits. Journey forth, brave souls, and let the legacy of this forsaken city weave its spell around you. So before we end off the video, I just wanted to do a clarification or a correction for something that I may or may not have misunderstood when looking at the wiki and figuring out all this. In
Yeah.
the history that I remember, the Draenei arrived on Draenor when it was still before it became Outland.
Yeah.
So when it mentions that Velen asked him to find a perfect spot on the outskirts of Terokkar Forest, I feel it should say Talador. However, when I've looked at the wiki again and I've tried to figure it out, it still says Terokkar, and I don't really know. So
their original
part of me
city
says that it really
was supposed to be in Talador?
means Talador, because from what I've understood from reading the lore and looking at other videos and stuff like that, the Draenei were there and all that happened before the orcs had the blood curse and before everything
before
went
everything
down
got destroyed
and
to
it
became
got
the
changed
outland.
to Terokkar. I could be wrong.
So maybe Talador becomes Terokkar Forest because of the blighting of the Burning Legion on it, like the fell magic. So maybe it was Talador, and then all that fell magic that he talked about, you know, that destroyed the trees and everything else, turned it into Terokkar Forest. And that's why the lore says that their city was put in Terokkar Forest when in fact it was Talador. But Talador's gone now, which is why that music for it is so kind of sad.
If I am, let me know
Sad
in
and
the
peaceful.
comments if that's actually correct, that it happened like that, or if maybe I just missed something. Either way, hope you
Don't
enjoyed
play
the
this
video.
at 3 a.m. Yeah, it's
And I'll
done.
see you in the next video where we discuss more fabulous WoW lore. Take care of yourself. See you in the next one.
Interesting. I mean, his voice is pretty. The fact that this is the first video I've watched in years, I could tell you absolutely love the lore. I love the footage. Da da da. You have the perfect voice. Good vid. Deep fascination on how Draenor became the Outlands. Honestly, the concept of the murmur is sick. Per Draenei confusion at the end. Here, I want to see. From what I understand, the lore has changed a couple of times from BC, which did a bit of retconning to form clarification. Then with WoD originally, the Draenei wound up on Draenor centuries, even a millennia before the current time. But I think this was retconned in WoD to put the arrival of the Draenei somewhere around 200 years before present. This could explain the difference between what you found about the Terokkar Forest BC lore and what you found about Talador WoD retconning. Maybe. Either way, great work. Yeah, so that's where the confusion's coming from. Blizzard probably did retcon some shit.